Hi, writing good paragraphs. Now that you've learned how to write correct sentences, it's probably time for us to work on writing paragraphs. That's kind of the big growth that happens in Foundations 4 and 5. By the time you get in Foundation 6, we really hope that you can write a great paragraph. And so, just to review, a paragraph is a group of sentences that focus and is concerned with one topic. That focuses on and is concerned with one topic. And a paragraph shouldn't be too long or too short. In the same way that there's run-on sentences, that's a sentence that should be 2 or 3 sentences, there can be run-on paragraphs that should be divided into 2 or 3 separate paragraphs. Separating paragraphs carefully makes them stronger, and it's much easier for the reader to understand what the writer's point of view is if the paragraphs are clear. So we edit the paragraphs just so that our information communicates really clearly. So instead of just talking about writing a paragraph, let's look at how to write a paragraph. And first, of course, every paragraph needs a topic or subject. You need something to write about. You need something to focus on. And the subject should be clearly stated in a paragraph. That means that we should understand the subject almost right away when we read a paragraph. And the subject usually appears in the first sentence of the paragraph. And we call that sentence the topic sentence. And the job of a topic sentence is to communicate in a clear, direct, and interesting way with the reader, to the reader. We really want our readers to understand what we're saying. And so when we write a topic sentence, we have to be really careful. In many ways, that's the most important thing and the most important part of a paragraph. And a topic sentence shouldn't be too broad or too narrow. It should clearly prepare the reader for what's going to follow, for what comes next. Occasionally, the topic sentence may be the last sentence in a paragraph. That's not too common, but we'll take a look at a few examples, or at least one example where that's the case. Usually, it's right at the beginning of the paragraph. So let's choose a topic and take a look at it. How about jogging? Jogging, running slowly, running for fitness. It's a really simple topic. But when we think about it, there's actually lots we could say about it, so it's important to limit the topic. Jogging is a topic that people could have many opinions about. It's a topic that you may have many opinions about, so it's important to choose only one aspect or one facet or one part of jogging to discuss in a paragraph. If you want to write an essay or you want to write a book, you can talk about it all, but we're just talking about a paragraph. A single paragraph is too short to take in every aspect of jogging, Like, I love jogging, I hate jogging, jogging makes my feet hurt, jogging's great in the summertime. But how about let's limit our topic to something like I like to jog. And here's the paragraph I've got. I like to jog. I like the feeling of wind blowing in my face and the sound of my shoes hitting the ground. I especially like to jog alone. I like to jog in the quietness of the forest at dawn or across a hushed field wet with dew. Times like these, I feel my mind empty of thought. When I finish jogging, I feel tired but refreshed. Okay, very short sentence on jogging, on the topic of I like to jog. Now let's take this paragraph apart and take a look at it. I like to jog is the topic sentence. It introduces the subject clearly. We understand that the writer likes to jog. We'd be surprised if the paragraph was about how much he hated jogging or how much he loved to play football, because the topic sentence is what we rely on to prepare us. So we expect to read about how the writer likes jogging. So the next parts of the paragraph. I like the feeling of wind blowing in my face and the sound of my shoes hitting the ground. I especially like to jog alone. I like to jog in the quietness of the forest at dawn or across the hushed field wet with dew. At times like these, I feel my mind is empty of thought. Now, these sentences offer supporting details that add to the idea expressed in the topic sentence, I like to jog. Each of these sentences shows why the writer likes to jog. Nothing in these sentences is on a different topic. It's all very focused. And how to focus is something we'll talk about in our Friday Zoom class. When I finish jogging, I feel tired but refreshed. That's the concluding sentence. It ends the paragraph effectively. The word finish is well placed and prepares us for the paragraph to come to an end. When we read a sentence like that, we kind of feel that it's ending. So to remind you, here's the three important parts of a paragraph. A topic sentence, which introduces a topic, prepares the reader for what's going to come. Supporting sentences give more information and generally develop the subject expressed in the topic sentence. And then there's the concluding sentence that brings the paragraph to a close, and it often summarizes the information contained in the paragraph. Sometimes it'll end with a sentence, or sometimes just with the final bit of information that we need to understand the topic. But at the beginning, I talked about sometimes how the topic sentence can come at the end of a paragraph. Well, it's not always a good idea, but sometimes writing a paragraph this way is interesting to read and offers some variety, especially if you're writing lots of paragraphs. So here's one where that's true. In 1928, Alexander Fleming, the Scottish scientist, was about to dispose of a dish containing a culture of bacteria. Suddenly, he noticed something strange. Some mold had dropped into the dish. Around each bit of mold, the bacteria had disappeared. Fleming studied the mold and realized that some substance in it was destroying the bacteria. From this substance in mold, Fleming produced the powerful new medicine called penicillin. Now, can you tell me why the final sentence is the topic sentence? Well, what sentence tells us what the paragraph was about? What sentence sums it all up? What sentence carries all the information we need to know to understand the writer's purpose? Well, in this case, it's the last sentence. From this substance in mold, Fleming produced the powerful new medicine called penicillin. It summarizes all the information before. See you next class for a Zoom lesson where we really jump into how to write a great paragraph. Till then, just keep working on all of your things. Work on the grammar exercises I gave you, and we'll check in with each other on Friday. Thank you very much.